Faith in our schools. The next battle for religious freedom is already being waged on campuses across the country. This is the CitizenLink Report. Hi, I'm Kim Troby. Well, it's been said that you don't leave your religious beliefs on the playground when you enter the schoolhouse doors. More and more kids, teachers, and administrators are facing challenges to their First Amendment freedoms. We asked Gary Beckner of the Association of American Educators to join us to talk about faith in public schools.
The politics are just really making it very difficult for some people to enjoy teaching anymore. Most teachers would still just like to be able to be left alone, go in their classroom and teach their discipline. I mean, there's a reason why they love math. There's a reason why they love English. There's a reason why they love science or art or whatever it may be. And they just want to teach that because that inspires them. That's their discipline. But now they have to also get involved in quote unquote politics, because the unions take their dues and spend it for things, and then they tell teachers, well, these are the things, these are the people that we want you to support because they're going to give us what we want. Well, that's the question, isn't it? What do they want? It's not what the teacher wants, because they don't ask the teacher what they want. It's what the union wants. And that usually is just social engineering, to put it very bluntly.
Gary, you know, religious freedom is under attack. It's been in the headlines now for the last few weeks. Tell me, in three different areas, what do teachers of faith, administrators of faith, and students of faith face when they're in a public school system when it comes to religious freedom?
Most teachers today think that they don't have the right to be able to express their faith in a public school setting. Most teachers, when they come out of their college prep work and get into the classroom today, and a lot of older teachers, because they're being challenged, they're being told that you can't do this or that. It's really the rules and regs say that you can't express religious freedom. You can't talk about our religious country values that founded the country. You've heard these things. I know Focus has heard these things, and it's true because there is this very direct hampering or pushing down of what you would consider religious freedom in public schools. So a lot of parents, of course, just give up and take their kids out of public schools and run off to a private or parochial or Christian school. But that's not the answer. The answer is to make sure that teachers do know that they do have rights. And I was going to share with in California, we actually have on the books, on record, there's a warehouse somewhere that has these books that they were supposed to give out, pamphlets they were supposed to give out to teachers in California about their religious rights. And they were very open and generous about what, in fact, they'd even told the teachers, here are the things you can teach under religious freedom in the schools of California. That's sitting in a warehouse somewhere. We know it was written. We know that it was put out by the state and confirmed by the Department of Education a number of years ago. But most teachers have never seen that, and they don't know that they have those rights. And we're not talking about proselytizing. We're not talking about being able to actually walk in and use your classroom setting as a way of just telling kids you should believe in Jesus Christ, or you should believe in whatever, or you should not believe in, whatever. But if a kid comes up and asks a teacher, even during a class time, you can always just say, let's talk about that after class. But in the hallway, if they ask about their faith, and when I happen to notice, Mr. Beckner, that you mentioned that, are you a believer? Or did you attend, Easter sunrise services? You ask this question, you can respond, and you can respond openly and share your faith. But most teachers are afraid that they'll be fired or disciplined, or a letter will go in their file if they even share that.
Gary, how is the Association of American Educators helping believers in our school system? You alluded to some of the things that you're doing before, but tell us all the work that you are doing for people in public schools.
For members, there are a lot of teachers that simply join us that aren't necessarily Christian. They may not even, it doesn't matter to them. They join us because we have great benefits at a much lower price than the union would charge them. And mainly those benefits are like many teachers, many individuals who join an association, and the reason they join those associations are for benefits. And we have thousands of teachers that simply join us because they went online, they looked, they're tired of paying $800 to $1,100 a year to the union. and all they're looking for is good liability insurance and legal protection or peace of mind, like you'd buy any insurance policy. And we provide that through our membership dues. We're not a union, so we're not going to collectively bargain for teachers. We're not going to grieve for teachers. We're not going to strike. We're not going to do those things to protect, quote unquote, a teacher's job. We're not job security. That's not what we do. That's what a union does. Unfortunately, if they would do that better for less of a price, we probably wouldn't be here. We wouldn't need us as an alternative. But they charge so much money and pay so little of that for their members for the benefits they're looking for, like liability insurance in case teachers are sued, a kid gets hurt on their watch, or a parent, makes a frivolous accusation against them for proselytizing, whatever it may be. With us, they get a guaranteed automatic insurance policy in their name that comes in that we pay through our dues. So they're just simply paying us dues for an association. We provide for them professional development. We provide for them, for instance, around Easter week, we told a lot of our members that here is a lesson plan that's perfectly acceptable and legally approved, and you can use in your classroom to share about the events of Passion Week or Easter week, because a lot of kids are ignorant to the facts. And you can share them in this way, and you won't get in trouble. Well, they may still get in trouble, for just doing that. And if they're our member, they can call us, and then we'll step in on their behalf. And just usually through phone calls or letters, we remind people that administrations and superintendents that they do have this right. Still, a lot of teachers have to decide if they're going to take that chance or not. But for those teachers that are looking for the philosophical background and talk about peace of mind, and know that not a dime of your dues dollars is going for partisan political activities or to pay for things that would be adverse to your personal beliefs, like Planned Parenthood or Rainbow Coalition, those kinds of things. Teachers in the unions don't have a choice about where their money goes. The unions make that decision because it's the union's call. Our membership knows that we won't put a dime to anything that's outside of education orientation, but even then, we won't spend any money behind any candidate or any program that comes down from on high or from some other direction, unless we first ask our members what they think about it. And we need a supermajority for our members to be for or against something before we'll even take a position on an education issue.
Our thanks to Gary Beckner for all the great information. And thanks to all of you who have taken the time to let us know your thoughts and give us encouragement. You can always let us know what you're thinking at mail@citizenlink.com. Please continue to pray for our nation, our elected officials, and of course, our schools. And remember, stand tall and be heard.